Good Monday afternoon, everyone. This is a huge tropical update that we're going to be talking about in today's video. We have multiple activities going on in the east, this kind of the central Atlantic. We also have something in the Gulf that could form into a little something in the next 5 days. So let's get right into it. As you can see, we do have Invest 94L or now PTC 2. So potential tropical cyclone 2 has officially formed. They're going to be issuing an advisory here in about 15-20 minutes as I'm making this video. So by the time I post this advisory is going to be out. So I'll post that on the community post on my channel. But as you can see, we do have Invest 94L right now, or PTC 2. It has a 90% chance of a cyclone formation in 5 days. So we know that there is going to be a storm forming from this. We do also have a disturbance, a 20% chance of a cyclone formation in 5 days. For that one, another tropical wave, of course. And then we do have some disturbance over here, another 20% chance in the Gulf of Mexico. So lots to watch in the tropics. Thankfully, we don't have anything severe weather-wise going on. So we're mainly going to be talking about tropics for the next few days here. All right, we are looking at satellite imagery right now for these three disturbances. As you can see in the pink, that is potential tropical cyclone 1, aka Invest 94L. We do have that disturbance right next to it in that yellow box right there, and we also do have that Gulf disturbance highlighted in that blue box. As you can see, we're going to be stopping off by Invest 94, and as you can see, convection today is very healthy. We are seeing a lot of convection widespread, so that's why they did name that PTC 2. It's not like we will be forming into a tropical storm anytime now, so probably in the next couple of days we could see that tropical storm, possibly even a tropical depression at first. Again, I don't expect anything to go on with the Gulf. We will watch it, but as of right now, I'm just not seeing much that's going to be forming off because, as you can see, convection-wise, we're not seeing much going on. We're seeing a few convection spots. Honestly, looks like a leftover mesoscale convective system as of right now, which it wasn't, but it definitely looks like that. As you can see, we are having some convection blow-ups and quite healthy convection going on with that one disturbance to the east of Invest 94L. So definitely have to watch that closely as well as it heads off to the northwest. Here's the spaghetti models for Invest 94L, the models for our guidance, global models. As you could see, here it is, current point right now that is just to the northeast of the coastline of South America, just southeast of the Virgin Islands. And as you can see, this is going to be generally headed below the Windward Islands there. This is going to be headed just scraping the northern coastline of South America, then heading into Central America here. As you can see there, we do have a few heading just a little more northward. We have even a couple going even more southward than expecting, like the Kotai model. That's what usually that model does, is it kind of goes a little more southward than the rest and stuff like that. It has a much different scenario than some of the other models there. But the majority of these do have it agreeing, heading even a little more southward here into Nicaragua areas, and then heading kind of into much of Central America. Even heading into the Eastern Pacific here, possibly forming up another storm. That could be that scenario for this Invest 94L PTC 2, whatever you want to call it here. So definitely have to watch this closely here, and as we look at our intensity guidance with this Invest 94L model intensity guidance, and we do have this heading into a tropical storm possibly within the next 24 hours or so, and then staying as a tropical storm for quite a while. The Kotai model has it weakening around 60 hours from now, but generally most of these do stay above that tropical storm strength. And a few, look at this, we do have a few heading, pretty much all of them, a lot of them do head into a category 1 hurricane. A couple do go to category 2. I think it might make it to that category 1 strength, but not really make it to category 2. But definitely category 1 is definitely a big possibility with this one. The only exception is all of that land is going to be hitting as it heads over to Central America. But once it passes all that land on for South America, I think it could have that potential here to produce a category 1 hurricane Bonnie impacting Central America. We're going to continue to watch it very closely here. Let's look at a few of more models, and then we'll end off the video there for now. Now we're going to be looking at the GFS model here, the precipitation model, but also shows a lot of that MSLP, so we can tell how strong this model is expecting these to be. As you can see, there's Invest 94L, and this is going to be headed again south of the Windward Islands, getting a little more stronger here by around June 29th, early morning hours. And as you can see, that heads over into just scraping the coastline of northern South America. That then heads towards over towards Nicaragua, as it strengthens a little bit more there, possibly into a hurricane. It goes over possibly that rapid intensification, and that's when it might become a hurricane around July 2nd, overnight hours there. So that might be when it impacts Nicaragua, the morning hours of July 2nd, and then you head into July 3rd, which it begins to weaken. Of course, every hurricane, once it makes landfall, begins to weaken. If it doesn't weaken when it makes landfall, then it is that is a absolutely crazy hurricane. But as you can see, the lowest it gets to on the GFS model is 983 millibars. That's even possibly a category 2 hurricane. So definitely a very strong storm, could be headed over towards Nicaragua. We are going to have to watch it very closely here. Let's look at a few more, including the European model. As you can see, this is July 2nd, and it does have it a little more sooner making landfall and then heading into the eastern Pacific, which it makes another hurricane there. But let's go ahead and move forward here. So as you can see, it does pretty much the same scenario as a GFS model, makes landfall a little sooner, and definitely not as a hurricane, but possibly a strong tropical storm according to the European model. That is a little bit further south. All right, there we go. As you can see, possibly another hurricane as we head into July 4th in the eastern Pacific. So again, there's that other disturbance here, and as you can see, that does not really make much, possibly a tropical depression, but I'm not seeing much circulation with that disturbance. Definitely something to watch here with the European model. But let's go over back to the GFS model, see what that disturbance actually does here. So there is that disturbance right there, and that's going to be around June 30th. As you can see, that it does head over the Caribbean as a precipitation maker, and then it heads over to Florida, which it might become possibly a potential tropical cyclone. That's what most I see it as, but again, those models will change. This is still going to be over around 200 hours out, so definitely things will change according to the GFS model here. And again, why this is why this Invest 94L is heading over to Nicaragua, that's because we have this high pressure. The Bermuda high pressure is so far north that it's not really affecting the path of these storms much. As you can see, this disturbance right here, this high pressure does go so far north that it does have those millibars that are, it has these winds that are heading this way, and then generally has that loop here where it does bring those tropical storms back out into the Atlantic. But this high pressure is so far north, all the way up here in Europe, that it is just not really controlling these storms much. So these storms really have a mind of its own of where it's going to be headed. But generally, when this high pressure is much more closer to Bermuda, we do have much more of a narrower path for most storms in the hurricane season. But this storm, Invest 94L, could really go anywhere. So we're gonna have to watch it very closely. Generally, we're heading towards Central America. Nicaragua looks to be impacted by this for right now, but things could change. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Turn on post notifications for more updates on this. I will have that advisory out very soon on the community post, probably right after I post this video. So stay tuned for that. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Share this video with any friends or family.